Welcome to the Atlas exercise series, focusing on the back and posterior chain. We are here to help you strengthen the muscles that carry everything. This series focuses on building strength from the back, using a biomechanically sound order of exercises. We cover the Romanian Deadlift, Good Morning, Bent Over Row, and Pendlay Row. The exercise progression starts with the Romanian Deadlift for hip hinge foundation, followed by the Good Morning for hinge control and spinal endurance. Next, the bent over row targets lat and mid-back tension under fatigue, and finally, the Pendlay Row is used for explosive power from a dead stop. The posterior chain consists of several key muscles. These include the traps, rhomboids, trats, spinal erectors, glutes, and hamstrings. Understanding which muscles form the posterior chain is crucial for targeted training and maximizing strength gains. This muscle group is essential for stability and power in many movements, which is why we focus on them in this series. These muscles are foundational. They work to protect your spine and improve your posture. Strong posterior chain muscles are necessary to power your lifts and increase overall athletic performance. This is foundation work. Building strength in this area transfers to better performance across a wide range of physical activities. Safety and recovery are paramount. Remember to warm up before lifting and stretch before and after training. Always use proper form and controlled movements. Be sure to breathe through each repetition and rest as needed between sets. Hydration is important, so drink plenty of water and fluids. Most importantly, modify or stop immediately if you feel any pain. You can train anywhere with these barbell exercises. This workout can be performed at the gym. These exercises are also great for a home or garage gym setup, providing flexibility for your training schedule. You can even perform them outdoors or in backyard setups. Atlas exercise means strength anywhere. Romanian Deadlift, RDL origin, a little confusing. The name doesn't come from Romania as a country tradition. Real history, popularized by Nicolae Vlad, a Romanian weightlifter, and later attributed more generally to Romanian lifters. The movement emphasizes hip hinge and hamstring stretch. Why it stuck? It's deadlift style, but with stiff legs and less knee bend, hence the descriptive Romanian. Let's review the Romanian Deadlift. Primary muscle activation includes the hamstrings, glutes, and spinal erectors, focusing on hip hinge foundation. For technique, maintain a neutral spine throughout. Movement should come from the hip hinge, keeping the bar close to the legs. The grip is double overhand or mixed, shoulder width. Your feet should be hip width to shoulder width apart. The Romanian Deadlift builds glute mass and strength, enhances hip hinge mechanics, and improves athletic performance. Let's look at the Good Morning exercise. It is a 4-star rating for posterior chain development and emphasizes hinge control and spinal endurance. Bent Over Barbell Row. Origin of the name. Very literal. You row the barbell while bent over at the hips. History. Derived from rowing movements used in old-school strength training, mimicking a rowing motion to hit the back muscles. Not named after a person, just the action. Fun fact, sometimes called barbell rows, Yates rows, or Pendlay prep, depending on grip or style. It's basically a classic lat and upper back builder. Primary muscles activated are the hamstrings, glutes, and spinal erectors. Secondary activation includes the core and traps. Use a shoulder width stance and an overhand grip. The bar rests across the upper back, similar to a high bar squat position. Safety requires maintaining a neutral spine and a slight knee bend. Hinge at the hips until a stretch is felt in the hamstrings, then return. The benefits of the Good Morning include improved spinal endurance, stronger hamstrings and glutes, and better lifting posture. Next is the Bent Over Row with a 4-star rating, focusing on lat and mid-back tension under fatigue. Good Morning. Origin of the name. Straight from the motion. When you bend at the hips with the bar on your shoulders, it looks like someone saying good morning to you politely. History. Old-school bodybuilding and powerlifting moved from the 1960s to 70s. Why it's iconic? It's a hip hinge with spinal load, great for hamstrings and lower back. The name is quirky, but everyone remembers it. Primary muscle activation includes the lats, rhomboids, trats, and biceps. Secondary muscles are the core, forearms, and posterior deltoids. The technique involves hinging at the hips so the torso is near parallel to the floor, pulling the bar to the belly button or lower chest. Use an overhand or underhand grip, shoulder width. Your stance should be hip width apart. For safety, avoid rounding the back. Initiate the pull with the back muscles, squeezing the shoulder blades together at the top of the movement. Benefits include increased upper back mass and strength, improved posture, and enhanced pulling power for other lifts. Pendlay Row origin, named after Glenn Pendlay, a U.S. Olympic weightlifting coach. Why it's different. Unlike the bent-over row, the bar starts on the floor, each representative, like a deadlift reset, emphasizing explosiveness. History. Invented in the late 20th century for Olympic-style weightlifting athletes to improve pulling strength without momentum. Finally, the Pendlay Row is a 4-star exercise designed for explosive power from a dead stop. It primarily activates the lats, rhomboids, traps, and biceps, with secondary activation in the core and forearms. The Pendlay Row technique involves pulling the bar off the floor with maximal speed to the chest or upper abdomen, resetting on the floor after each rep. Use an overhand grip wider than shoulder width. The stance is typically hip width, similar to a deadlift starting position. The torso remains parallel to the floor throughout the movement. Maintain a flat back and avoid excessive hip movement. The Pendlay Row is highly effective for building explosive pulling power, upper back strength, and muscular density.